Hello, precious ladies. I hope you guys are doing well. I apologize that the lighting in here is not the greatest. This was not a planned video. This was something that I had something on my mind and it was just really pressed in on me that I should share this with you guys. So, although I did not plan to record today, I asked my son if he could just grab my tripod, grab my mic quickly, and yeah, although I'm a bit preoccupied, so this will be a cake with Kate kind of chat. We're gonna have this quick little discussion. What I think will be a quick discussion, anyways, because sometimes I say quick and it's not always quick. Um, I talked on the channel quite a bit before about being our husband's cheerleader. It is so important that anybody in his life that is cheering him on, it is you that is cheering him on the most and the loudest. You should be the primary person that he's hearing, that he's capable, that he's able, that he's hearing the good in him about. Like, it should be you. The wife is supposed to be the biggest cheerleader, the loudest cheerleader, right? And by loud, I just mean the voice that he's hearing the most. That, babe, if what you are trying to do or set out to do is in God's plans, there is no stopping you. You are capable. You are able. You got this. Speaking about him when it comes to his potential, his strengths, what you see in him, not just what you even see right now, but his potential, what you believe in him that he can do. Your husband should know that his wife believes in him, that he's able to do whatever it is. Like, he is great. He's amazing. Although there's going to be other people that's going to come in his life and say things, speak on his potential, etc. Pretty much everything that he hears from other people, he should have heard that from you first. And I got this reminder not long ago, actually a few days ago. My husband was speaking to somebody from his workplace, and the person was encouraging my husband to step out more and to go further in the business that he's doing. And he was speaking on the things that he's seen in him and the potential he sees in him. And he was telling him, it's just this one thing that's holding you back, and it's really just pushing through, etc. I'm not going to go into details about that, but my husband was telling me about this conversation, and what he said was that, he said, yeah, I know my wife has been telling me this. And I was really happy to know that while this man is speaking life over my husband, which I love, all the things that he was saying is something that he's also heard from me. Sometimes as wives, we are so caught up in what our husband is doing wrong, what he's not doing, etc. And we speak to him about those things, and we forget how important it is to speak about the things that he is doing right? To speak not only about his weaknesses or where you see him failing or falling short, but speak on his strengths and what he is doing, what you believe him to be able to do. And I was thinking to myself, how would my husband feel if he was sitting down hearing, this coworker, which, by the way, is a male coworker, just in case you guys had any weird thoughts in your head. But how weird of a situation would it have been if he's hearing from his coworker, you had this potential, etc., and he's never heard anything even similar, even remotely similar from me as his wife, where he has to go outside of the home. He has to be around other people to hear the good about himself or what he's capable of doing. But at home or from his wife, he's only hearing what he's forgotten to do, what he's not doing, where he's lacking, etc. How sad of a situation that would be. And although, as I said, I know these things, I talked about these things, but hearing my husband share with me that conversation that he's had with this with this man, encouraging him and telling him like the potential he sees in him and expressing the strength that he sees into my husband, and have my husband to be able to say, I know my wife has been telling me that. I don't know. There is like, I love that. I love that for him. And, yeah, I take joy in knowing that, yes, you have heard that from me. You do hear that from me. So just that little moment, that little reminder, what prompted me to remind you ladies to make sure that you are speaking life over your husband. So when somebody does come to him and say, you are really great at this, or you're really talented in this, or I see a lot of potential in you for this, etc., that he can say, yeah, I've heard this from my wife. Let that be your husband's response. Let that, whether he says out loud or he has it in his head, let that be the case, because that is the absolute truth, because he is hearing that from you. Make sure that you are being his best, greatest cheerleader. Make sure that you are the one that whatever comes in life, let's say he does start a business and he's extremely successful, or whatever it is, whatever project he starts and he's able to finish and he's proud of himself for doing that, that he can say, my wife believed in me. Even when I wasn't sure, even when I didn't see it within myself, she saw it. So, yeah, that's my quick little reminder for you guys. Leave your thoughts below if you have any. Until next time, sparkle like the gems of wisdom that you've got. Bye-bye.